Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Buzz begin.
Hello and welcome to the Modern Family After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. It is season 7, episode 14. Khaliel Abooboo is just asking to be made a gif of right now. I'm your host, Steve Kauffman. You can find me on Twitter at Steve Kauffman. That's Kauffmann.
Steve Kauffman!
But I'm not alone.
Never.
We're not at full force, but we're close enough.
3/4 of the army.
Starting to my left.
I am Adam Salandra, and you can find me at Adam Salandra. Please do.
Adam Salandra!
Thank you for that.
And then
I'm Khaliel Abooboo. You can find me at Khaliel Abooboo.
Khaliel Abooboo! There we go. It's like...
Don't short.
It's like,
You
made a big deal at mic check about how you like to boisterously speak.
But see, I'm trying to make it easy where if I get loud, I go away from the camera.
Only
not
true
the camera,
professional.
the
Well,
microphone.
you almost
Let's talk
true
about mic.
professional.
Let's just keep talking about mic
I
check.
messed up the you set it up perfectly for me. Anyway,
there.
getting into this episode.
Getting into this episode, it's called The Storm.
Mm-hmm.
There are 6 topics, so I'm going to jump into the one I think everyone's going to want to talk about, which
Make it rain.
is Team Handy.
I knew it.
Make
They're
it
back.
rain.
They're just straightforward back. They kept off it for a week.
Yeah.
So they could
No,
get
it was
Andy.
longer than a week.
But they
that
kept
was
off it for weeks. They kept off it
Oh,
for
okay.
weeks so they could have Andy.
Say it's been
Yeah.
weeks.
But then also have Andy come back. Andy Levine, who's very busy.
They think they're so slick.
Yeah.
But
We got their number.
but we got this awesome thing that Andy's kind of led to before. That like, God, women are just so into me, like
Yeah.
physically.
Which is fun. I like him on the show.
I like him on the show. I hope that we get like a good 3 or 4 week run with him.
Oh, you think something bad's gonna happen?
Well, I
he's
mean,
gonna die.
Oh, just him being able to.
yeah,
as you
like
just
I
said.
know. I just happen to know that actor's very, very busy.
Of course, yeah.
Even like too busy to like do
Come to AfterBuzz.
all the epic. Definitely, unasked. But like way too busy to do all of the
Right.
all like to be on all 22 episodes of Modern Family.
Who has the time?
Who has the time? I don't.
I do. I'm available.
Well, good.
I'm on IMDb. I have the credits. You could use me.
Jackpot. This is your moment.
So when Haley needs a rebound.
Yeah.
But what do we think
Yeah.
about? I enjoyed.
I could see that for you.
I'll take it.
They comment. I mean, at first I was like, "Oh, this is just like a very stereotypical romantic scene in the rain," but that was the point, and they commented on that. So, how beautiful, how touching.
I thought it was cute actually. They had a little heart to heart.
But it fit them
No.
very nice. It fit them.
No, I thought it was okay. I'm getting my cute scenes mixed up. I thought another scene was really cute. Sorry.
Taking that back, not cute at all.
Take that back.
You're just like, I thought Claire and Manny was really cute. This was lame.
I'm on the edge of my seat to find out who it was,
Oh,
but we'll get there.
we'll get there.
Handy.
Handy.
Hashtag Team Handy or Team Hail Andy. We've never.
Little Handy sounds like something else. I mean, Handy sounds
was gonna
like
say,
something
what
else.
But
about
like handy, like the PG version of the hashtag is hashtag Hail Andy.
Right.
But that's like Hail Andy. You know, that's what I think.
I mean,
Handy.
if you ship people and mash their names together, you
Things
don't
happen.
have much
Here's the
choice.
thing, though. When I think Handy, I immediately go to something inappropriate, and I'm like, no, this is Modern Family, so it can't mean that.
Well-
See, where when you say Hail Andy, I'm thinking because it's not inappropriate.
I'm thinking immediately like, oh, they must be shipped. Like if I didn't watch the show and I heard about Team Hail Andy, I was like, that sounds like someone named Haley and someone
But
named Andy.
you are intuitive on another level that maybe we don't possess.
Fair enough. Then it's Team Handy, guys.
Yes, it's official.
I'm trying to avoid negative comments.
If you
But
guys
let's own
have a
them.
better mashup, leave it in the comments.
Hashtag Team Andy. Team Handy. Done.
No, not that your word is bad.
That's fine.
I just wanted other
and I
people
just
to
now
feel like they
realized
could
that that's.
participate.
I'm pretty sure that's not how they spell Haley in the actual
so it
show.
wouldn't be hail.
Well, no, I think I'm spelling it incorrectly.
But I'm saying right if the
Yeah.
right way.
So yeah.
Great.
I really enjoyed this. We we got that certain level of closure. It's not like they moved forward with just gallivanting in an affair.
Right.
Which would have been a bit of a cop-out. Like, they actually had to face their problems. Mm-hmm. And now I guess they're going to, like, date. And, like, I think dating is going to be... Dating and, like, talking about your feelings and, like, doing normal relationship stuff is going to be so weird for these two.
Yeah, but
Hence
also
the
because...
comedy.
Well, that's true. It needs to be. But also they have Phil and Claire-esque qualities about them.
Yes.
So, you know, it all worked out for them, as we know, so far.
Yeah.
Unless there's a shocking divorce.
Perfect deduction.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, look at that. I never put that together.
Well, we've talked about this. You marry your father and all that jazz.
A woman marries her father, a man marries his mother.
Yep. Those are the rules.
Or they do that, or they find the exact opposite.
What if you didn't grow up with your...
Then it's going to be a surprise for you.
Then you won't realize it till you actually meet the...
You'd be like, this
There
is
have been
what
studies.
Okay.
There have been studies that you still wind up marrying your father. Like, if you're a woman, you still wind up marrying your father.
Yeah.
Even if you never met him. I'm just the bearer of the studies.
Well,
all right.
Let me actually tell you something. I, as a
married your
gay
mother?
man,
Oh.
he's my father, my boyfriend. And my father isn't my boyfriend. But
yes.
You'll get it.
Hey.
So
People are
it's
into stuff these days.
I don't like that, but there's no escaping
it
it. And if you
happens.
do, good for y'all.
Yeah. Do you?
Do you? Not your parents.
Don't
you, not your parents.
literally date your parents. Speaking of, thank you. Let's move on to Cam,
Getting
Mitch.
real over here.
Cam, Mitch, Lily, Ashley W,
Yay.
and the party.
My favorite story of this episode.
Yeah, but Ashley W. really rubbed me the wrong way.
You
Did you
wouldn't
have
have.
an Ashley W?
I didn't, but I'm sure I had many Ashley W's, but no, I didn't. Not
Okay.
like that. Not at that age. It was just too much. First of all,
Too much.
this is what I felt. Cam and Mitch got them all princess costumes. I think that would be cool now. If you go to a party and they're like throwing a costume, and when Ashley W just shut it down, I was like, well, maybe Ashley W should leave.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
So I felt.
Take
or
your
just
ass
go
home.
or learn to go. And like I think that's what they built to that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if that's how things go down now. Because like when I was in school, there wasn't one person that was a trendsetter. If anything, it was a group of people
I was gonna say maybe there's that group
that were kind of trendsetters. But even then, if the group got too big or a thing got too trendy, then the majority would start to rebel against it.
Yeah. Yes,
Like
that's true.
popular things, like by the moment, actually change like day to day.
And I have a couple friends that are like between the ages of 8 to 10, and that doesn't go down anymore.
Okay, so that's from the source.
Yeah, from the source.
This is not how it goes down. They all
like that.
They all Snapchat on their iPads.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm,
they're
I'm
probably
in
not even-
tune with.
And then whoever has the longest streak on Snapchat, they get to declare
You
what's
know,
cool for 2 whole minutes.
Yeah, but
until
that's-
somebody else has a longer streak.
That actually is a good point. They're probably not paying. No one's paying attention to anyone. They're all on their phones anyway. So unless you're texting,
paying attention to other people they find on their phones. Now, if you don't think
Some
that's
of whom,
weird.
some of whom may be in the room with them,
Exactly.
because like that's what we're to a point
So
where
weird.
all those little girls will just be on their phones,
talking to each other
talking to each other. Like
On
that's
their phone.
that's how people communicate now.
in the same
Definitely.
room.
God, I just have to show you a face emoji instead of my face that will make that emoji.
can you imagine being 8 and having a phone?
Oh, it's tough. My 8
Oh, your
to 10-year-old
friends.
friends. Yeah.
It's hard for
Yeah.
them, or it's hard for you to think about what you've missed
I
out.
don't know. We'll see. Like they post a lot of crap.
Yeah. Oh, so it kind of clogs your feeds.
It does.
That's the worst.
8 and 10-year-olds clogging your feeds.
Yes.
The struggles of Khaliel. Just every day.
Yeah.
I didn't like Cam and Mitch just being on board with Ashley for this.
Well, no, it was really more so Mitch. I'm sorry, Cam.
Being what do you
Like being on board with like, no, we need to make this good for
Oh.
we need to make this work for Ashley.
Totally. I think that they got caught up in it, which obviously is the point.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
And they did. They said that our friends are basically 8-year-old girls.
What do they do?
Yeah. So
I like that,
It was.
but-
I think it was just so real to their own life that they were.
I could see Pepper throwing a Disney princess party.
Pepper is Ashley W.
But I'm really
In so
happy
many
that
Is Pepper
they-
Ashley W?
Well, I feel like they're always working to impress Pepper.
You know, whenever you say Ashley W. or Ashley with a letter initial at the end, I always think of Recess. Did you guys watch Recess?
Is it the cartoon?
Yeah.
The cartoon
No.
Recess. Yes.
I'm too old.
Ashley Spinelli.
We'll send you some links. I'll just send you like a 20-minute mash cut of what you missed.
Great.
With
Yeah.
Recess.
They were a group of girls. They were called the Ashleys.
Yep.
And each of them was Ashley M. Ashley.
Well, no wonder you think that.
Yeah.
I actually have a best friend named Ashley W. I mean,
Is she anything
we don't
like
call her
this?
that, but she basically is this person.
But I liked Lily. Standing
I was just
up.
about to say that. I was glad that they let her do it. And
They let a character grow.
Yeah, I was.
Oh, I
I was
loved
really
it.
happy with that.
Because
That was awesome.
Because then little girls just like.
And she really is growing, by the way. She's very
she
tall,
is.
I noticed.
And that's
Yes.
not my moment that I thought was cute, but
Oh my God, we're
but
still
I
waiting
really
out
did.
of it.
Yeah, you're still waiting. I'm dragging this one out.
Good,
guys.
good.
Going for
Suspense.
it. I think we're there though. Luke, Alex, and Maisie. I caught her name. It's Maisie.
Good catch.
I catch names sometimes.
Good job.
This was a pretty brief moment, but I really enjoyed. Luke he didn't get struck by lightning. He got hit in the head with a shovel.
Oh, I missed it for 1 second. I thought they did say he got struck by
I think
lightning.
they implied
thought
he was
he
struck.
did,
I think they
yeah.
implied he got struck by lightning at an earlier date.
I mean, he was doing pretty well if he got struck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was doing pretty well, and they mentioned like he'd been struck before, and like this isn't the first time we've hit Luke. But like Luke,
Perfect.
but Luke literally walks in on Alex and Maisie, and Maisie's like, "Listen, I'll probably make out with you,
Yeah.
but I really need to get back to work."
And that was a magic moment because Luke was like, wow, he was feeling like they were the biggest losers he ever met, but also like, oh, this girl like is into me.
I don't think he felt like they were the biggest. Like,
I thought he said that.
did he say losers? Like, I thought he. I
Well,
think
maybe
he
not.
said they were
Losers is
smart.
harsh.
Like he implied.
Maybe that was me that said.
Well, like
No.
I think he implied more that they're socially inept.
Yeah.
But so is he, and like that's a relatable thing.
Sure.
And he gave them credit. Like they're literally the smartest people I know.
Yeah.
So to be able to impress them
Yeah.
with a selfie he took.
Yes. That's awesome.
That was lucky.
Good thinking, Luke.
Yeah,
it was
Luke.
an accident. It's a happy accident.
I feel bad that not to talk about Phil yet, but it's in relation to Alex that I've had that feeling where I'm not going to say who it is in case they're watching, but they're really always trying to help. But I'm like, well, now my things are literally ruined. So thank you for that. It was my father. I'll just say he won't be watching
Let's transition just into Phil, who dressed up as a clown, although he's afraid of clowns.
That's rough.
You know what? That's the Batman. You face your fear.
I
Well,
buy
it's
The
that.
Batman effect.
There's psychological studies called like
Here we go with the studies again.
immersive. They're like
He's the
immersive,
only one who reads here.
We can't all hang out with 8 and 10-year-olds, I
There you
guess.
go.
but like there are immersive ways to face your fears. Like first you look at like pictures of clowns, then you look at like GIFs of clowns, then you look at YouTube videos of clowns, and then you see like a clown's shoes in real life,
This
and then
goes
you
back to
eventually are in a room where a clown's in the other room.
But
Phil-
he jumped right into
Phil
it.
just
The
jumped
last
right into it,
step,
and he faced his
becoming a
fears.
clown.
This is what we talked about last week about the rich white man. Goes right. This goes right
That
back
was
to
last
it.
week's discussion. I think we're just gonna move on.
Oh, I missed it, but I agree with you.
Thank you.
Well, the implication was that I'm a rich white man.
I'm actually very sorry.
And
I
then
missed
just
that.
as we went off the air, I asked them if I could get a ride home.
That's beautiful, sad, all the
This is like, so Phil can't do anything right after that, and he feels the need to overcompensate.
Yeah.
So he destroys Alex's computer, which had
It caught on fire.
Maisie's stuff on it.
That's impressive. You got it to catch on fire.
Yeah, I mean, that's hard.
I can
Actually, that
barely
is
start
impressive.
My
Like, I'm not-
stove.
And then snap in two.
I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
Yeah.
If you're gonna mess it up, go all the
We
way.
should have got that on Snapchat.
Why? Because then it'll be gone. If you want to keep something, you shouldn't put it on Snapchat.
My 8 to 10-year-old friends, you put everything that's hot on Snapchat.
All right.
I'll tell you what, they find a way to preserve it.
That's right.
I've found.
Okay. I did read an article recently that apparently if you go into airplane mode, take a screenshot, and then immediately log out of Snapchat, the person who made the thing doesn't know you took a screenshot.
Magic.
That's for you. That's for you, audience.
Oh.
Now everyone's
I don't
gonna-
even like Snapchat, and I
Oh my goodness! One night, my younger, I'm on Snapchat mostly for my younger cousins to see what they're doing in their lives, and I was like, these are funny. Taking, what is it called? I'm 80 years old.
Selfies.
Don't do that.
Oh, I know. Immediately, I was like, "Oh my!" I like had to. Then I sent him an awkward like apology text, and I'm like, I can't fit in with the young people. Apparently, I just panicked and fell apart.
And I think that's where Phil feels right now.
Yes.
Where he's like panicking, falling apart, like
and wants to be
included and helpful. And they've treaded this before, but they did this, and I think. By the way, The Storm, which we haven't really... I was waiting till now to really get to.
We've never talked about it.
Yeah.
Because
it was raining.
Because I didn't want to harp on that, because the Phil line is the main through line, so this was the part to talk about The Storm, where the storm that brought everybody to Jay's house, like, really amped up every storyline, because they're all in that one house.
Which I always love.
I was really excited to see that, and
They
then,
should
like...
just live together.
Yes.
It's a different show, I guess.
When things start getting real, guys.
Exactly.
On the real Modern Family.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
But, what else do we have on Phil? Because we have a bit of, like...
Phil, I felt bad for this. Obviously felt bad for Phil in general, but I feel bad whenever Luke doesn't want to do what Phil wants him to do, because they used to be true buds.
They used to be kindred spirits, if you will, and then
exactly.
But it's a certain thing every dad has to deal with is like when their kid doesn't want to do everything with them.
Yeah, but they were just so close. That's a bummer, but you know.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna eventually bow out of that, the least you could do is, I guess, bow out in such a terrible fashion.
And does anybody get excited about cleaning gutters?
That's true. I usually do.
Really?
No. Okay. I don't clean anything. I mean, I do it, but I don't like it.
Did you wash today?
Myself is an exception.
I get excited about finding the best contractor to clean the gutters.
Yes.
Really excited. Or like
that.
Or like a contractor that cleans the gutters and also does your lawn for like the same.
He would have somebody clean his gutters.
Typical.
I'm out. I'm moving out of this. So Claire and Manny.
Yes, what a great
This was perfect.
What a great matchup.
That was one of my favorite parts of the episode.
Like, I like that I see this every week, but I like when there's different matchups. But obviously, it's been a long time. I don't know if this has ever been one. Claire and Manny. That I can remember.
Somebody in the comments let us know, but I'm pretty sure this has happened.
That it has happened?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a thing that's happened.
I mean,
7 seasons. Is that how many?
Yes.
I'm sure it has, but like not often.
Yeah, no, this is a rare matchup.
Way for it to have happened.
This was
great
so fun.
storyline, everything. It was really funny.
The whole thing, because Manny is self-conscious about going to a party where they might skinny dip.
Yeah.
And then Claire happens to get a whole glimpse of his robe, like him under the robe.
Disrobed. And
then Gloria, in a typical Gloria fashion of just like, well, now you have to tell him that his body is beautiful.
That's beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
Also, though, I didn't realize right now, but I'm glad that Gloria's like, please, let's get Manny to this party skinny dip. Well, of course she is, because it's like, go be a real kid. But, you know, oftentimes mothers might be like, good, don't go. But she's doing whatever it takes to get him there to this scandalous party.
Good for her. Good for her.
Good for him.
Well, because you raised such a good kid.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of the testament to raising such a good kid, that you have to, like, no, seriously, drink.
Yeah.
Be a kid.
Truly.
Make mistakes.
Yes.
I did too good a job.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything. You're not taking any risks.
My mom did a good job, and yet I still got in trouble if I was ever out past curfew.
Ooh. But,
okay.
You're in a safe space, Adam.
Am I? I feel a lot better, actually. Thank you. I brought up both of my parents now.
All right.
Let's move on.
So we're going to end off on Jay and Phil. That little, that tiny moment at the end. Because the entire...
That was my favorite
Yes,
moment.
Of course.
I thought that was really cute.
It was awesome.
I thought it was really cute, and I thought it was also, like...
Real.
Enough was happening in the house, and Jay has just recently retired, so you never thought about much motivation, like why he's so ornery to leave the house and like fix up the house before he leaves. So that like this kind of really hits you of like him and all of his Navy buddies will always meet at the nearest Irish pub the second one of them dies. And he's talking about how like there are very few of them left, and I'm really just trying to get there.
Yeah.
And like this very simple, like we went through some stuff.
Yeah. And it's nice.
That was awesome.
Nice to see them, for Phil, to have a moment with. I mean,
Yes. And for Phil to
gets a bone, so to speak.
But also for Phil to understand, like, get perspective on what it means to be needed.
He learned his lesson, and they each got something out of it.
He learned his strength.
Yeah, because you shouldn't want to be needed.
You shouldn't
Want to be needed.
You should just be needed.
Why is that hard to think about?
Yeah, but you should just be needed.
Oh yeah, right. Sure.
And then like you shouldn't have to. You should
be
find
craving
the
it.
zen in being needed and find the zen in not being needed, because both are acceptable.
Yeah.
It's wanting one or the other that's the problem.
Well, I'm getting my money's worth tonight.
I know.
Tell me more about you.
Yes, cancel my therapy sessions.
And that was a nice little moment. And I think
I thought it was.
all we have left are your line of the night.
Okay, so we touched on a couple of honorable ones. Well, we didn't touch on them, but we circled it. We
Skated
danced
around
them.
them.
Yeah, you know. But I think my number one line of the night was when Cam and Mitch were like, "Do whatever you want, Ashley." I thought that was really funny.
That
was really
is pretty much mine. Mine's not even necessarily a funny line, but when Lily shut up and said, "You know what? Shut up, Ashley." Just give me so much. You know, I did not like Ashley W.
Yeah.
So that really made me happy. And then it continued to what you said. And then if I can read what I wrote, which I don't, is she following? Don't look back. After
Yeah.
they said
Yes,
that,
that
they
was-
still cared. Yeah. So that was magic.
My honorable mention is, oh my God, what are we? Huck Finn and Tom Sawyer.
Yes, I like that.
And then
Yeah.
that full beat, and then those are real people, right?
I saw
But
you crack up with that
But
one.
my line of the night has to be when Manny says, I see the espresso machine didn't make the cut. Jay says, one of my wartime buddies had to eat a jellyfish because he was marooned. I'll ask him about your troubles.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was just a good, really good line.
I think although I do feel like the funniest moment was when Claire saw
yes.
naked. Yeah,
But
sorry,
it
his
wasn't a
name
line,
escaped
so how could you choose
Yeah, it's
it?
not a line.
Yeah,
so
but
I
it was a
couldn't choose
moment.
But
It was
I
a
think
funny
that was
moment.
The
That was-
funniest moment.
It was the funniest moment of the show, but the
Yeah.
lines, we got a lot of them out there. And if you have some we didn't mention, or you just want to double up on the ones we did mention,
Yes.
let us know in the comments. You can also tweet at us your favorite lines. Is it Team Hail Andy? Is it Team Handy? These are questions we need answered by
Questions
you.
that need answers.
So, starting with Khaliel Abooboo, where can the people find you on Twitter?
Would you look at that? You can find me on Twitter and on Instagram. In case you were looking, at Khaliel Abooboo. It should be maybe right here, or is it right here? All right, whatever.
If you're between 8 and 10, follow him, kids.
That sounds really creepy.
That could be a problem.
Sounds really
If anyone's just tuning in, rewatch. I'm Adam Salandra, and you can find me at Adam Salandra. Imagine that.
And I'm Steve Kauffman. You can find me at Steve Kauffman. That is Kaufmann on Twitter. I'm also on Instagram, but I only Instagram on Thursdays. And you can join me this Sunday night, where I will be covering the Academy Awards.
Way to sell
The
it.
Oscars.
Oh,
That's
wait,
gonna
whoa.
be. I'm gonna be in a tux. It's gonna be dope.
All right.
I'll
I'm
be
renting
tuning
one.
in to
You'll be
you.
tuning
You
in.
better put it
Thank
on
you so
Instagram.
much. And let us know what you
on
think.
Thursday.
And thank you for joining us.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.